Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar here for a brand new Let's Play, CTR. Now on this channel, we have already raced all of the actual cups, but what about the adventure mode? This game does have a single player adventure mode, ignore that file. So, why don't we start brand new? Game's having some loading, there we go. Game has some loading issues at times. We'll do normal difficulty. Hard is too hard, easy would be a joke. You can do classic mode, which limits you to your 8 original characters, but I don't like that. I'm just gonna pick my own character. Why be Crash when I can be... where is she? The cutest girl in the game. What car should I use? Cars don't matter, but I'll pick one anyway. Don't worry, this normally won't be me just picking cars. What car should I pick? Okay, I can't sit. This isn't the car picking episode. This is the video episode. This is the actual playing game episode. Ready? 2, 1, let's go! Okay. Gotta sit through a cutscene. Gotta sit through a loading screen, that's even worse. But after that, then we should be good. Each video will contain all of the main tracks in the world, and its boss, and I'll also be doing everything. This will be an 100% video, so expect a lot of loading screens. If you're familiar with this channel, you know I hate loading screens, but they're an inevitable part of my life. They chase me around everywhere. This game really does have a lot of them, they drag on. Anyway, here's the cutscene. Here is the cutscene. Why is it staggering so much? I've never seen that before in my life. Oh, I have an idea on why that is. If it keeps doing that, I think I have an idea why that is. Maybe it's because it's always connected to the internet. Okay, if that continues to be a persistent problem during certain scenes, I'm going to have to turn off the internet. Crash likes to always be connected to the internet to get points, but if it's making it stagger like that, I might have to turn it off. Whatever, here's a cutscene. His voice is pretty good. I did like his original voice, but this is a pretty close match. Some of the voices in this game are actually pretty good. There are some that aren't so good. Wait till if we play as a bad guy team, which I might do in the next episode. I might mix up the characters actually just to show them off. But for this first episode, I'll play as the panda. And then maybe for other episodes, I'll show other characters off. Because, like, if you hear the voice for the evil mask, it's John DiMaggio, but he just doesn't sound evil for some reason. Why is it USA? In the original, the picture of Earth had Australia, because, you know, most of the Crash Bandicoot games take place around, like, near the Pacific Islands around Australia, which makes sense because he's a Bandicoot, but that was clearly the USA it was zooming in on. Anyway, this cutscene's exactly like it was in the original, but, you know, just higher quality. Except in the original, you're only locked to these 8 characters, where now you can play as anyone. Plus, you can use 50 different costumes, so get used to seeing all the enemy races in different weird costumes. Except when they're a boss race. Then it's fine. Yay, they're butterfly. Hey look, it's the first world. Alright, here we go.
Welcome to the adventure area.
Yeah, I am gonna let the tutorials play, even though I know what I'm doing, but, you know, it's organic.
The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive into a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track's starting line. Finish the track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will unlock. Good luck, and drive fast.
See, he's much more enthusiastic, but if you hear the voice for the, evil mask, it's weird. Anyway, first episode might not be the most exciting. The races, they're not the most interesting. The CTR challenges and the relic races, that'll be more interesting, because then you can see how much I suck, particularly relic races. But the regular races, this game's difficulty options, I have said it before and I'll say it again, It's really annoying how they've got like easy, which is for babies, normal, which is just slightly challenging but not by much, and then hard, which is just too difficult. If we had something just slightly between normal and hard, I'd be great. And yes, these loading screens take up so much of my time. Oh look, my phone made a noise. I don't have to worry about that now anymore. Yeah, get used to seeing the weird skins, because all the characters will have their skins on except me.
Try to keep up.
She says that a lot. I missed my item. I missed the first item. It's whatever, see? Who needs an item? That's my fault for trying to take a shortcut. Whatever. Whatever, the easy race is the easy race. It's the first race. Also, but then again, I've got to take that shortcut when I do the CTR challenge. Right, let's go. Yes, I get it. She's adorable. Okay. Oh, come on. Did that protect me? No, it didn't. Oh, maybe it did. Missiles are sometimes good, sometimes they're not. There we go. It's usually pretty easy to make that jump. Bombs... I mean, bombs aren't impossible to aim, but they're very... Like, they're not green shells, they won't ricochet. You can pre-detonate them early to try and catch people in a blast, but the blast isn't too big, unless you're maxed out, which I am. I'm 99% sure that that was my own green bottle. I'm just... whatever, I'm playing leisurely. Look at the map! See? This is how easy it is. And this is on the normal difficulty. I could do hard, but then we'd be hard here all day, because hard is actually challenging. And like... I need it to be challenging, but I don't want to be losing every goddamn race just to win the race. Especially when it comes to like relics. Because the hardness of relics is just the time it takes to beat it. Yeah, she's adorable and she's loud. She's very loud.
Bet you didn't see me coming.
Oh yeah, you get points. Even if you don't have it turned on, it's still going to show it and just say, hey, you got no points. So, whatever, get used to saying that. And also you can see that I played it on a weekend because I got weekend bonuses. Which is fine. Alright, what do we got? Lots of loading screens. Very long loading screens. I do have a much better mic. I don't know how good this mic is. Maybe people could tell me, but it's better than the mic we've been using in the past. Especially since it won't pick up nearly as much background noise, just my own voice. One thing that is removed, in the original, you had the fangirls with the umbrellas. They've been turned into races, which means that they no longer show up anymore. Also, that Cortex looks really weird.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Oh yeah, after the first several races, they're going to give you little tips from this guy. But whatever. Your power sliding's easy. Unlike Mario Kart, the power sliding is much more dynamic in the fact that you've got to press a button while doing the thing. So you use one button to accelerate and one to do that. Which, it does lead to a higher skill curve, because then you could do things like snaking where you go bang, 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 swap directions, bang, 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 swap directions. Which is interesting because in Crash Nitro Kart, there was a challenge to have 50 consecutive boosts, because that was the only way to unlock two of the characters, which is to have 50 consecutive boosts. And I did it, because luckily, if I ever... Well, I won't, because it's not in adventure mode, but one of the snow tracks in Nitro Kart was really good for that. Just going... There's plenty of zigzags, but it's not too long, not too short. You need the right amount of length to keep hopping back and forth and zigzagging. I know in Mario Kart, snaking isn't as big of a thing anymore. It was back in, I think, DS, but not anymore. Anyway, loading screens. Oh good, it's finished. Rouge tubes. Easy going. We got this. Oh look, a skeleton. Add that to the video of which character is canonically seen as skeleton, although Crash wasn't in Smash, so it doesn't count. Two, one, let's go.
Try to keep up.
Did she say any other lines when we're opening a race? Yeah, okay. As much as she's adorable, I definitely might stick to my plan of maybe swapping racers every episode. But, you know, I figured first episode, let's play with one of my favorite characters. Probably I'll switch to probably a villain next episode just to switch it up. Next episode will be... I'm probably going to do all of this first, so what I'm going to do is this episode will be all the races and its boss. The next episode will probably be all the CTR tokens and the relics, then we move on to the next world. That way you can clear it out, and it'll make it more convenient too, because every episode will basically just have the same thing. Like, one episode will just have a bunch of relics, one episode will just have CTRs, which means it's very easy if you just want to see me do a particular thing, it'll be very easy to tell just glancing at the video which challenge I'm doing in that episode. Which means it also should be a very predictable episode, because the video should be about the same length. Unless I colossally screw up on a race or something, which shouldn't happen. Obviously this episode will be slightly longer because of the cutscene at the beginning, but otherwise it's fine. One thing I do like is, okay, unlike Mario Kart, because Mario Kart's got coins, you'd think they're similar to fruit, but the one thing Mario Kart doesn't do is the coins are just used for a slight boost, whereas here, the fruit at least gives your items a boost. Again, Crash games have always been much more dynamic in the skill curve. I mean, it's not much of a skill collecting the fruit, but, you know, there's a bit more of a nuance compared to Mario Kart. Not to say Mario Kart can't be challenging, it can be.
Bet you didn't see me coming.
Alright, let's go. Right, 2 races down, 2 to go, and then the boss, and another loading screen. And there's even not many tips on the loading screen. I feel like I've seen that tip 3 times today already. Whatever, I'll get used to sitting through these loading screens. Okay, this video is going to be a little long because we've done 2 races and if my indication is correct, we've spent quite a bit of time. Although although my video recording length is wrong because I spent a bit of time fluffing around before starting, but still, well then if that's correct, every episode should be about maybe 20 minutes? Now Cortex is sunburnt. I do like the outfits for some of the outfits for Pure the cat is actually pretty good. I might show him off one day.
Congratulations.
A bit of buffering there. This game is really chugging along. I've never seen that before. I don't know if it's the internet or the game's just having a day.
Your exhaust turns black. Then press the power slide button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound.
Yeah, like I said, that's the dynamics of having to time the boosts. It does make it more fun. It also means it's harder for newcomers to pick it up compared to like Mario Kart. It's like, you know what's funny? I watched a 0 punctuation video for Mario Kart World, only to learn that through all the years of video gaming, Yahtzee only just learned you can power slide. It's incredible. Alright, okay, Ring Rally. I do like Ring Rally. It would be nice if they found ways to organically put like Ring Rally into adventure mode, but you know, that was added like several updates into the game, so still, Ring Rally is addictively fun. I know one person who used to play it all the time, not on every track, but a few tracks where she'd just do it over and over and over and over again. And honestly, it's fun, it's addictive. It makes you go it's just fun being able to go really fast too, so but I mean, maybe I could do a video showing off Ring Rally, but again, it's not organically in adventure mode, so who knows. Although, speaking of Ring Rally, Mystery Caves was a track we liked to do for Ring Rally a lot, so I do like that they've made the backgrounds way more dynamic. It's clearly like way more inspired on the dinosaur levels from Crash 3. Ruse Tubes is kind of inspired by the... Actually, I'm not sure what Ruse Tubes is inspired by. I was going to say it's inspired by the sewer levels in Crash 2, but no, that would be Sewer Speedway. Obviously, Insanity Beach is obvious. I'm not sure what Ruse Tubes is based on, especially since, like, at least in the first two, in the first few Crash games, Ripperoo just kind of hung out in, like, a waterfall area. He's not really associated with, like, underground tubing, and there's a skeleton in the area. And yeah, maybe I'm forgetting something. I don't have the best memory of Crash 2, so maybe it's pulling from there, but I'm pretty sure there's no, like, tube level. The closest thing I can think of is a sewers, but that's Sewer Speedway. But turtles actually do have dynamics to their jump too. Hop at the right time and you get a good boost. Hop at the wrong time, you get a really slow one, which gives you a lot of height but not a lot of distance, so it actually slows you down quite a bit. Again, lots of little intricacies. I can speak English, I promise. Lots of little intricacies to the jumping. It really does, which again, for a normal race here, that's nothing. But if you were trying to go for like Platinum Relics or some of the time trials, it would be insane. I have not done any of the time trials. Like, there's like Entropy races, Velo races, Oxize races, then Developer times, and I can barely beat any of the Entropy races. That's like the one character I still don't have. Although, back in Nitro Kart, I did get Entropy, so, yeah. There we go. That's a better jump. Also, the item distribution is slightly more frantic than it is in Mario Kart. Because, like, I got a mask in first place. You would never get a star in first place in Mario Kart. Now, that's not to say it's common to get a mask in first place. But still, the fact that I'm getting a mask in first place, again, rare. Also, the other thing that's different is that makes it way more easier if you're not playing with humans, is what people might not have noticed, the clock and the blue orb will never be used by an opponent, ever. Which means that, again, it'll be hard on computers because you can actually have that happen. And but you can still get the clock and the blue orb if you suck, but the computers never will. I don't know why they did that. Could they just not program them to? I don't understand. Alright, almost done. 3 races down, 1 to go.
Bet you didn't see me coming.
Yep. Okay, let's go loading screen. Races on. Okay, that race took me about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It said on the screen and I should have just read it. Yeah, I love that, no downtime. Yeah, Ring Rally really puts you to the pressure. Because, like, you miss one ring, it's one of those things where you think, oh, I've missed one ring, I'm fine, but then you start missing another, and another, and another, and then you just can't make it to the next barrier. It's kind of like a super aggressive version of knockout mode, because the timer is very short, and you keep getting cut off, and there's cut-off points. There's no, like, limit to it. I gotta watch some videos of Ring Rally and see how the professionals can do it for very long. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Congratulations, you win a trophy. When you get a TNT crate on your head, stop
okay, yes, TNT.
Immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head.
What's really good though is that's why you want to be strategic where you put a TNT. Put it before a lot of crazy. Put it before like a big jump or a big downhill, because then it means you can't get enough hops in to get it off your head. Alright, yeah, this is what I mean. The sewer speedway. This is the one that's based on the sewer levels from Crash 2, so I still don't know what Ruse Tubes is based on. I mean, I guess not every level has to be based on a thing, but, you know, it's nice when they actually are. That's one thing I didn't like about Mario Kart World is I felt like a lot of the tracks just don't feel like they are based on things. Like, Mario Kart, the Mario series has 1,000,001 things you could pull references from, but half the tracks just don't feel like they're based on anything. They should really have made, you know, far more tracks based on actual things rather than just generic track or generic desert. I mean, a desert, I suppose, is actually things in Mario Kart, but like, you know, there are actual places. Imagine having, you know, why isn't there a Mario Kart track based on, like, New Donk City? Why isn't there a Mario Kart track where you drive around, like, Corona Mountain and game is buffering a lot? Holy shit. Okay, maybe it's the internet's fucking word? I just don't. I've never seen it buffer this much. And this is a game that does buffer a lot, but still. This is a track which has a shortcut coming up. There's a shortcut right here that I can never get. Luckily, you don't need to get it for CTR. I wanted to try it just once to show it off. Yeah, you don't need that shortcut for CTR. There are boxes there in Relic, but it's doable without the shortcut. But that shortcut, you need like the most perfect jump coming off the tube. I will say, if you want to find the hidden box, you do. there's a hidden box in each level, and if you get them all, you unlock the stupidest character in the game, an item box. And for that one, the hidden box is actually in that shortcut. Right, let's go. Wait, what are those people in the background? Okay, I get an alligator, but that looked like I saw like other people. Should have saved that boost to try and go for the shortcut, but I'm not going to. Let's just not waste my time if it's stupid. Yeah, fine, get a TNT on your head, who cares? That's harmless. Why is a polar bear dressed like it's World War I? Alright. Yeah, Sewer Speedway is actually based on the levels in Crash 2, including those enemies, if you see them, those little mouse robot things. Again, there's far more background details in the remake than you can really tell. Which makes sense, because like the remake for the racing game came out after the Insane Trilogy remake, so I had everything here. Although it's not made by the same company, Beanox made it, whereas I can't remember who made the Trilogy remake. I think Toys for Bob made It's About Time. I don't think they made the remake. Or maybe they did. Not gonna go for the shortcut, fools. Believe it or not, I'm not in first for once. Now I am. One thing I do like is, one thing I do find dumb is that you've got all masks, you've got the good and bad mask for story mode, but all the aliens use a bad mask, whereas at least when they're driving and they get a masked item, they have the alien mask. But I guess they didn't want to have an actor come in and do the Velo voice clips. Okay, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, these videos take up time. Well, also this first episode had like all the cutscene at the beginning, and now we're gonna get the Ripperoo cutscene. Oh yeah, there's a Nitro Wheels feature. I don't think I've ever touched that button, but who knows? Maybe I have? It's the one that makes there more streaks when you're driving, I think. Although there are also some decorative wheels that have some really cool streaks. I should show off more wheels. Maybe, like I said, between episodes I'll probably change characters, so I'll probably change like cars and stuff, show off some of the wheels I've got. I don't have all the cars and wheels because there's like so many coins you've got to get. I like that they changed him. Dingo Don, instead of a flamethrower, now he's a firefighter. See, I do like this waterfall bit. That bit here, that is more referential to Ripperoo in how he would be in the first two games. At least Ripperoo drives with his feet, unlike half the characters in Mario Kart World who have no visible appendages in terms of driving. And again, this is a game with a box that drives, so what do I know? Yeah, but aiming the green bubble shield is pretty much impossible to aim. I mean, it's not awful, but it's like an even super duper worse version of the rolling bomb. But I suppose it's whatever, you know. Whenever you're ready, game. Get used to me being frustrated by loading screens a lot. Yeah, we've already seen Ruse Tubes. Thing with the bosses is they use one item and one item only, and I miss my item. He's just going to spawn TNTs, which means that once you get ahead of him, it's pretty much impossible to get hit. He's only going to spawn TNTs. So I could just race ahead of him, and look, that's it. He can't get me, unless I somehow fuck up badly, but he has no way of hitting me whatsoever. He doesn't shoot anything. Some of the other characters will have forward-facing items, but he doesn't. So, like, I mean, it's fine, he's the first boss, he's not supposed to be too difficult, but yeah. All he does is throw TNTs, which I guess at least makes sense, it's referencing, like, his boss in the... Okay, rubber banding very much. I mean, the original had even more rubber banding, but still. Can I actually hit a box? I've missed, like, so many item boxes. Right. Get out of my way! Got him! That ought to hold him off. It's because I haven't been collecting any apples. There's not many apple boxes in this level. I mean, there's one near the end, but that's it.
Don't hurt yourself!
I don't know. I should have maybe kept on the bomb. Okay, there's an apple box there, but that's a bit too close to the wall. Yeah, some have apple boxes in the actual path, some don't.
Bet you didn't see me coming!
Well, that was an easy race. He was holding off very close to me though, so it wasn't like he was far behind. But that was about it. Also, these cutscenes are brand new. Usually, the character used to just sit there in the car and talk to you, very monologue. Here, there's actual proper dynamic cutscenes. So they did, put a lot more work into this remake. They really do. Like, people overlook how much work they put into the Crash remakes. Especially with some of, like, the neat little details we get to. Like, with the penguin, or the box, or Fix the Rillaroom. Some of the details they put, they have a sense of humor, and I like it. Alright, yes, show me the cutscene, show me the loading screen. We already saw the cutscene, just show me the loading screen. Open door. Yes, it's opening up the next world, but I'm not going there just yet.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
Good luck, but no. I'm going to probably do the CTRs next, because at each level, once you've beaten them, there are 2 things you could do. The CTRs and the relics. So, with that being said, we've gotten the key, we've gotten the boss, we've got stuff we could do, so it's time to end the episode. I will see you next time for the CTR challenges of the Beach World and other things as well. See you next time, guys.